Hello my gorgeous people, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's from the 17th until the 23rd of December 2018. So it's from the 17th until the 23rd of December 2018. Now I'm going to start with Aries, of course. Now Aries, my beautiful babies, this is going to be a big turning point this week. Although you're going to need to be careful, although when it comes to like a personal things and personal stuff, like personal informations and things like that, don't open up too much to other people. I mean, I'm not saying that you're opening up to other people about your personal stuff and personal informations usually, but I'm just saying be very careful, because there is going to be a little bit of there is going to be a little snake in the grass that is going to be around you, and I don't trust this person, and this person is going to be after something. This person is going to be also after someone as well, and you are going to be there, and you are going to be kind of the part of this scenario. So I just need you to be really careful, and when it comes to your personal stuff, when it comes to your personal problems and things that really matters to you, things that you really consider, things that you find really important about yourself, just try to keep it to yourself throughout this week, okay? On another hand, there is going to be the actual new option that is going to become available for you. Now this new option is also going to automatically become your new turning point. This new turning point is going to give you the whole new motivation. When it comes to the actual energy, you're going to feel really good this week, quite energetic and quite good this week is. But above all, there is someone in particular that is going to come forward, and that person in particular is going to inspire you. And this week it's all going to be about you being inspired, you feeling inspired, and you finding your determination that you didn't have in a really long time, or you finding your own self, you finding your own personal determination. And that determination is going to be really important, because it's just going to be directly connected to your own recognition, which means this will mean a lot to you. This will be really, really important to you, and it's just going to be very much so connected to your own practicality and the personal security. Although when it comes to partners, if you've got a partner, and this is for Aries, that with the partners, you see, there is going to be a quite difficult situation that you're going to have to kind of deal with. Your partner and you are going to be the part of the same scenario, which means that on another hand, it's something is going to be quite difficult, and you're not going to kind of, this is not going to be the best time to kind of sort out the problems that you have, or the problems that you want to sort out. Maybe try to avoid each other this week, but it's just basically not going to be the best week for the partners. But it is just going to be very difficult, because both of you are going to find yourself under like a lot of stress, because there is a lot that is going to be happening this week. I'm not saying that this is going to be something really bad or really like a negative forever, or something that's going to last a really long time, but I'm just warning you that maybe try to kind of avoid arguments with your partner this week, because this week is not going to be the best, time to argue or try to sort things out. Now, when it comes to those of you that are single, Aries, now, there is going to be a moment this week that you are going to have. The moment that you are going to have this week, you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to be really, really inspired. And that inspiration, that inspiring inspiration. Now you see, now you've got a new one. Now that inspiration is going to reflect on you in a really good way, and you're going to find yourself drawn towards like some kind of different things, like new beginnings. You will want fresh start. You will want fresh start. You will want fresh start. And now, when it comes to you finding someone, this is not going to be the best time to find someone, or this is not going to be the week when you're going to find someone. But I'm going to say this, and this is going to be ridiculously important. And the reason why is because at the time when you feel drawn to something new, at the time when you feel drawn to new energy, at the time when you feel drawn to new beginnings in your life, this is going to be the time when someone very significant is about to start manifesting themselves in your life. There is someone that is just going to play an important role, and that person is going to manifest themselves this week, okay? You're not going to meet them, you're not going to find them, you're not going to discover them, but that person is going to be the part of the scenario that you are going to have, especially when you feel drawn towards the new beginning. This is going to be the time when this person is going to be around. Are you going to go to the new shop? Are you going to visit a new place? Are you going to go to some kind of new area? Are you going to be surrounded by the new people? We will see. However, it's going to be very significant indeed. Now, the next sign that I'm going to talk about is, of course, going to be Taurus. Now, ooh la la, Taurus. Do you know what? It's like I like this. I like this because there are a few different elements that you're going to be going through this week, and these few different elements are all going to be good. The bottom line here is that you're going to be bursting with energy. This is going to be highly energetic week for you, and it's really, really good because you are going to feel good. You are going to feel powerful. You are going to, on another hand, feel very, very energetic, and that in itself is going to bring you the whole new determination and power. And also when it comes to like fertility and things like that, if you care about fertility, this is going to be highly significant week when it comes to people being fertile and things like that, and people who want to know this. I'm letting you know now. Okay, so it's all up to you. But on another hand, there is going to be the news that you're going to hear, and that news that you're going to hear is going to be directly connected to your success. It's going to be directly connected to your finances, and it's going to be directly connected to the situation, and also it's going to be directly connected to the part of your life that you wanted to go towards, but you just kind of had to step back from the situation and just wait for the right time, wait for the right moment. Well, this great determination that you are going to have, it's going to be brilliant, because at the same time this is just going to motivate you, and it's just going, this week it's going to be like at the beginning of a little adventure when it comes to you. And I think that it's absolutely brilliant. Not only physically you're going to feel great, but emotionally you're going to feel absolutely brilliant. So I can see you sorting certain problems out. I can see you meeting with a certain people. I can see you discussing things with a certain people, you know, the things and problems you didn't discuss in a long time, or things that you wanted to work on but you just kind of didn't feel like it's the right time as well. So now this is also going to be the time, because those negative areas and negative situations in your life that you felt like quite negative about and uncertain about, now this is just going to be your hidden power over there. That in itself is just going to turn into one great motivation. Okay, on another hand, there is a good news you will receive. Really good news you will receive this week. And that good news is just going to be so much about your advancement. And it's so much going to tap into the unknown areas and unknown stages in your life. Unknown stages of your own dimension. And I said unknown stages because sometimes we just have to reach a certain point when it comes to our spiritual journey, okay? When it comes to our karma. And once we reach this certain point, it's all up to us. It's the way we react. It's the way we reflect on things, and it's all up to us. And of course it depends on our spiritual journey, it depends on our karma and all these things. This life is not as simple. It's very, very complex indeed, and this is the situation that I'm seeing here. What else is going to be good? That you are going to be able to recognize your own abilities and your own strength and your own power, and this is going to be really good, because that in itself is just going to make you ready for ready for anything, which means that the big problem is going to fall off. The big problem is going to go away. The problem that was holding you down, the uncertainty that was holding you down, that was affecting your own self-esteem and confidence. Now this is about to change, and expect a really good advice from a female powerful person, a powerful female person who is very powerful in your life indeed. And after you get this advice, this is going to be the realization, this is going to be the power, this is going to be your own emergence, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Taurus, because you are going to be able to start seeing things here from a completely different perspective, and it's all about that indeed. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, this is a great week, because this is going to be a material attainment that you are going to be having, both of you, and a really great success, okay? And that great success is just going to reflect on both of you in a really great way, and it's also going to make you feel really happy, make you feel really optimistic, and I can see you like getting together, and I can see you like thinking about moving on to something really big in life, and also buying something big, starting something big. Maybe perhaps certain negotiations that you are going to have, that you are both going to be the part of it. But the bottom line is that the financial situation is actually going to allow you something really good, something really important. But you are going to be able to turn the plates around and just make the most of it. And this is going to reflect not only on you, your partner, but on the rest of the family as well. There's a really powerful new beginning of something about to start here. When it comes to Tauruses that are single and want to meet someone, not that great news. When it comes to those Tauruses that are single and ready to mingle, I don't think that this is the right time to mingle, to be quite honest, because there is, again, I can see somebody really like not really nice around you. Somebody's going to try to take something, somebody's going to try to lie, somebody's going to try to be negative, somebody's going to try to be very, very low vibration indeed. But it's just somebody who is a little bit messed up that is about to manifest themselves around you. Please, please, please just avoid any kind of contact. I mean, I can't tell you avoid any type of contact. Ridiculous. No, I didn't mean to say that, but I was just saying like if you want to go out and have some fun, I can see that this is going to be the case. It is going to be very significant throughout December indeed. But this is not going to be the best week to actually find someone that who you think that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. If you want to have some fun, that's absolutely fine. You know, nothing too serious or something like that. But you know, like it's not. I would just try to avoid this week because there is someone just really, really negative and somebody who's very low and somebody who's just not going to be honest with you. So not the best week to find someone new, I'm afraid. Okay, so now the third sign is actually going to be Gemini. Now Gemini, this week is going to start with like a quite negative situation for you, I'm afraid, because it's a little bit of sadness that I'm seeing, a little bit of misery that I'm seeing, a little bit of concern that I'm seeing this week, and that in itself is just going to make you feel a little bit anxious and a little bit unhappy. But you know what, this is really brilliant, because that is going to kind of this is really brilliant. I'm not saying to be unhappy is brilliant, but this is exactly what you need to do. This is the exact emotions and feelings and the dimension that you need to go through. Very important for you, Gemini, indeed, because this is just a very important time of unfoldment. This time of unfoldment is going to bring you the whole new movement. The whole new movement is going to bring you the whole new promise. The whole new promise is again going to bring you the whole new reason for celebration, and you will see exactly what I mean. When I say that you are going to this week is going to start quite a negative, quite sad, you're going to feel a little bit miserable. Do you know what? It's only because we are going back about 9 or 10, up to 11 months ago, but especially 9 months ago, something started that is very much so connected to your situation now. And that started 9 months ago, that particular situation is just going to slowly come back to you. The reason why is just something that's really important. An important stage in your life that it's not really good to ignore, that it's not, that we can't really ignore anymore, and you have to really deal with it. This is really ridiculously important, because there are a couple of things that are going to be significant when it comes to this. The first realization is going to be, why haven't I done this before? Why did I wait for such a long time? But the second thing is also going to be that this is going to in turn into your own turning point. So this is going to be an important time, your own turning point, your own wheel of fortune, and you're going to be facing a couple of very important decisions to make this week, my babies. And if we didn't have that negative situation at the beginning, the feathers wouldn't be ruffled, and you wouldn't be able to get to this dimension that you're going to be after that point. That in itself is going to make you feel really good. That in itself is going to make you feel really positive after that as well. So towards the end of the week, you're going to feel really energetic, you're going to feel really powerful, you're going to feel like the whole world just absolutely literally changed into your favor. You're going to like it, because this is going to be the time of the new adventure. This is going to be the time of the new beginning. This is going to be the time when you're going to feel very enthusiastic. I can see that there is going to be some kind of trip or journey that you are going to book. You see, there's some kind of trip and journey that are going to be very significant, that are going to become very significant at around this time. This is really good, because there is a new possibility, new option that is going to unfold, and this new option is also going to be kind of connected to the new learning experience. So you will be kind of thinking about the new learning experience that is just going to be absolutely huge in your life later on, and this is only going to be just the beginning. When it comes to the actual, some kind of court case or some kind of decision, it's going to be made, and that decision is actually going to be really good. So if you're waiting for the court, or if you're waiting for someone to make a certain decision, if you're waiting for some kind of decision to be made in your favor or whatever, you know, if you were waiting for the decision to make and you were a little bit anxious about it and things like that, now expect the decision to be good and expect the decision to be made in your favor as well. So that in itself is going to help you out quite a lot. On another hand, there is also going to be the situation about wishful thinking. The wishful thinking, it's really good to have a wishful thinking when we realize that it's not really going to happen. So this is important because, as I said before many times, we close this door, karmically we are finished, our spiritual journey is finished with that side, that part of our life. Now we close the door, we lock it, chuck the key away, and we just kind of go towards the new door that are going to be open immediately after that. So there's some kind of wishful thinking realization it's going to happen, that it is just going to kind of make you realize unrealistic certain points that you were kind of hoping that they will happen, but now it is just all about this realization and of course your spiritual journey growing and you growing. So now basically, on another hand, Gemini, those of you that are in relationship, there is a little problem that you're gonna have to deal with, something that you expected from your partner is not going to do, your partner is not, it's not going to happen, it didn't happen, something that you were hoping for. Sorry, I'm not being like trying to be like a sad messenger here, but it's just good to know because at least you can prepare yourself. So something is not going to work out, it's just going to kind of boil down to like some kind of fantasy and some kind of unrealistic attitude about your partner. So something is not going to work out, something is not going to go through, something is not going to happen, but it's just a direct result of something that you were thinking about your partner and your relationship in general before. Okay, so now for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, now this is going to be a big mama, I have to say. For those of you Gemini that are single and ready to mingle, you know you will be very busy, you will feel very sexy, you will feel very, very radiant this week. You are always sexy and radiant, of course. But it's just that you're gonna feel especially very good this week, and you're gonna be meeting lots of people, and there is the very strange, bizarre situation that you're gonna go through. There is a very strange group of people that you're gonna find yourself at. Most of them you will not even know. One of them will be very, very significant later on. One of them will be playing an important role later on in your life. There is a certain person that is just so much going to be connected to you, connected to your destiny and connected to your fortune, but that person is going to manifest themselves literally this week. But it's going to happen at around the time when you find yourself in the situation surrounded by the strange people and all surrounded by the people you haven't seen before. Okay, now the next sign is going to be Cancer. Now Cancerians, my little babies, you're also going to make a very important decision this week. Now this decision is almost going to be legal. This decision is going to be very, like very professional. This decision is going to be something really, really legal, something to do with the justice and something that is just so much needed in your lives to actually have your proper balance. This decision is just so much to do with you, and it's so much to do with your own personal justice. Do you know what I mean, Cancerians, my little babies? This is so much to do with you. This is so much to do with you wanted to do for a while, and this is so much to do with your own personal justice. So this is the decision that is just going to be on your mind quite a lot this week. However, you will go for it. There is also very strongly connected number 8. Number 8 will be very strongly connected to this week. So try to carry number 8 in your wallet, in a little bit of paper. Try to write it on your hand, or try to have like a little pendant with number 8. However, you can actually do, in order to have the actual energy of this number around with you, so you can just make everything even more in sync when it comes to the actual energetic levels and things like that. Also, this justice that you are going to be thinking about is going to be really, really good. It's going to be very huge, massive stepping stone for you indeed. There is an advice that you are going to have beforehand. There is an advice that you are going to have, and after you have that advice, you will literally go for it. But this is really, really good because this is going to be absolutely brilliant for your own balance, for your own self-satisfaction as well. There is a powerful female. From the powerful female, somebody really wise and somebody really clever and somebody who's having the right work-life balance, energy around them, that is just going to be connected to this actual situation and to the actual advice. Also, I need to let you know that your skin is going to be rather sensitive, okay? Your skin on your hands and your skin and your face is going to be quite sensitive this week, so try to like use like a natural soap, try to use like a natural creams, and you know, because it's so significant when you use like a natural products, because it's so much better when your skin is actually dry and it's not as heavy on our skin, it's not as harsh, you see. So this is something that I would really like to suggest you to use like natural products for your skin indeed. And what else I was going to say, when it comes to this week, you see, there is somebody who you know is going to be going through a very difficult situation, and this person means to you a lot, and please, they will benefit from you so much when you go and talk to them and help them out a little bit, be with them. They will just benefit from your energy quite a lot. On another hand, there are a couple of new options that you're going to be thinking about, and one of them is going to be connected to the new learning experience, and another option is going to be connected to you making a certain change when it comes to your home and when it comes to your arrangements indeed. What else I was going to say, those of you that are actually in relationship now, Cancerians, my little babies, for those of you that are actually in relationship, it's your partner is actually going to surprise you this week. There is going to be a lovely surprise from your partner, husband, wife, and you're gonna like it. And this surprise is just going to be everything. This surprise is going to mean to you a lot. This surprise is going to be the step in the right direction, and it's just most certainly it's just going to make you feel very loving, and it's going to make you feel really good about yourself. Your self-esteem is going to be really good. So this is the most certainly going to be a great time for those of you that are in a relationship, because after this moment your relationship is going to go on an even more powerful level indeed. For those of you that are single, my goodness, like stay away from like serious relationships. Try to stay away from serious trying to find like new people this week. You are also going to have a great time. You're going to be meeting lots of people, although you will be more surrounded by the family members, and you will be more surrounded like by the people who you really know. But it is just that you really need to move on. Cancerians, my babies, you need to move on, because there is again going to be somebody whom you've been before. You might have had just a one-night stand, or maybe there was a relationship, real relationship with this person, these people, this person. Maybe it's like a real relationship that you had, or maybe it's just somebody in your mind that you were like kind of holding on to, because there is most certainly somebody from the past is going to come back. A blast from the past is going to come back, and I say stay away from this past, this person. Sometimes our journeys are meant to continue together. Sometimes we are meant to meet people. Sometimes we are meant to like work on our own spiritual journey and meet again. Most certainly this is not somebody that you should be again with. I'm sorry, but I can only be completely honest. So this is all about the realization. You need to work out, who are you still holding on to in your mind? Who do you still fancy that you shouldn't fancy? And that is going to be really great turning point for you as well, because you will be able to move on after this moment, you know, instead of just maybe subconsciously completely like holding your heart and your spirit for somebody else who is maybe not going to be with you, or maybe who doesn't feel the same like you see. So this realization is just as important. Okay, so next sign is going to be Leo. Now, you know, Leos, my little babies. Now, this is a really good week, because this is the week when you're just going to feel like you want to take care of yourself. You want to take care of your health. You want to take care of your like skin. You want to take care of your ailments. You will be thinking about freedom a lot, but you will be also thinking a lot about your diet. But this is really good, because you're just going to kind of find yourself finally be able to not worry as much about the certain problems that you've been going through so far. There were certain things that were kind of preventing you, my beautiful Leos. It's especially to do with like your health, and it's especially to do with like freedom of emotion and deep feelings about you and about people around you. And also there were like some kind of uncertainties that you had. Leos, you are just thinking 100 miles per hour, and this is exactly what is going to happen this week. You're going to be thinking a lot, and this is going to be thinking week, and you will be also drawn to like making really big changes, making a really big change. There's one particular change you will want to make, and this is to do with the place where you you live. There is something that was really certain that will become uncertain because there is the new option that is going to become available for you this week. And that new option is going to become sweet like a honey, sweet like the sweetest thing possible, because certain things will start making sense when it comes to that big option. And that big option is connected to your living arrangements, to where you live, and to making a really big decision. Something is just going to start making sense more and more and more. And also when it comes to like emotions and things like that, you will be tested this week, my beautiful Leos. You will be tested. So karmically, this is going to be an important week. Karmically, something will happen, like a poor person maybe will come to ask you for a couple of pounds or something, or maybe somebody will need your help. Somebody who can't help themselves is going to need your help, but you will not know this person necessarily. So please, please, please just go for it and just help as many people as you can. This is going to be a really karmic week for you indeed. I'm not saying you wouldn't do this normally, but this is a really important, because the difference when it comes to the actual karmic week, when we get this right, when we do this right, when we just show the goodness to the world, show the goodness to the spirits, you know, we just end up also having a really great opportunity that is going to become available to us, to you Leos. And that opportunity is just going to make you realize about your own resources, something that you're going to start feeling very close to and very drawn to, and that it's also going to start becoming something like a hobby or some kind of new direction that is going to be really, really significant for you indeed. A big wish will come through this week as well. Big idea that you were thinking about a long time. Big idea became a problem. Big problem became, oh, it's not going to happen. And now the big wish is going to come through. But it's not coming through this week, but the realization when this is going to happen, and the fact that you're on the right track, right journey. And that is just going to be brilliant, because that is directly connected also with this situation that was really negative, and it had a reflection on you as a complete and sudden change. Okay, so now when it comes to those of you Leos, my babies, that are in a relationship, you're gonna have to kind of basically help out to your partner, husband, wife, because they are going to be going through a very stressful time, very stressful situation, very stressful realization. There are other people that are going to be connected to this situation, but your partner is just going to need a little bit of help and a little bit of TLC. So try to make a really nice teas for your partner, like a herbal teas. Try to take care of them, cleanse the area in your home, like maybe smudge the area, you know what I say, over smudge the area, burn the, you know, dry sage, you know, light a candle, you know, and things like that. Like use like some really nice burning scents and things like that, essential oils and things like that, a little bit of geranium, rose and things like that, sprinkle around the house, or put in a little oil burner. It is just going to have a really wonderful impact on your partner. So your partner is going to be going through something very difficult emotionally, lots of anxiety and things like that, lots of stability in a certain way. It's just not going to last for too long, but I just feel like you need to take care of your partner this week. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingle now, my babies, Leos, I mean, you are good looking people anyway, but it is just this week you're also going to feel very energetic and very powerful when it comes to your own inner power. And I can see like a meeting with lots of people, but there is the situation that you are going to become a part of, and that situation is just going to be connected to the actual new learning experience. Something is going to come out of the blue for you to kind of learn, and it's to do with what you are doing now, what you are an expert, if I can say like that now, but there is still a certain element that is just going to become very significant at around this time, and that certain element is going to be connected to the actual element, not element. That certain element is actually going to be connected to you making certain changes when it comes to you doing things towards a specific goal, and you just making a certain learning experience even more powerful by actually taking a new step. Okay, at around the time when you do this, there is a certain person that is going to become a new part of your scenario, part of your new learning experience. It doesn't doesn't have to start necessarily this week, but there is a certain person that is gonna become a part of your scenario, love scenario. Ooh, Leos, but it's gonna be connected to this decision that you made at around the time when you were expanding your learning experience, okay, towards a specific goal. There is someone that is going to be the part of this scenario that is later on going to play a really significant role. It's somebody who you don't know and who doesn't mean anything to you now, but later on there's just going to really, this is all going to make sense, okay? Now the next sign is of course Virgo. Now Virgos, this is gonna be super busy bee week, honestly. An invitation to an opportunity is going to arise. That invitation and opportunity that is going to arise, it's going to be directly connected to your own personal advancement. So it's so much to do with what you're doing now, so much to do with what you have done now, and so much to do with what you have been focusing on, okay? And that means that you are coming to the certain stage, that means that you are coming to the certain level when the whole new option is going to also become available for you. New path is going to be revealed to you this week through this actual opportunity, invitation opportunity. This invitation opportunity that you are going to receive is going to be the step towards advancement. So it's connected to what you've done so far, but you're going to end up with more. You're going to end up being more busy. Everything is just going to start making sense, and especially when it comes to those little areas that you felt like really drawn to in your life, those little areas that you were just kind of going for, but you just thought, maybe I should stop, but it was just your subconscious mind and your third psychic eye, your spirit guides, or your angels were like, no, shut up, just go. You see, and sometimes we're just guided by the spirits, sometimes we're just guided by the angels. We are guided by the spirits and angels all the time, but sometimes we kind of don't understand why do we feel drawn towards the certain things in our life, even if they're not doing us that good, even if we don't feel so good by doing them. Sometimes we just find ourselves on that end of spectrum, and without realizing, we just go for it. Virgos, you are like super powerful when it comes to that, because you just follow your own intuition, and your intuition, one of the most powerful intuitions of all the 12 signs of Zodiac. And this is what you do, this is what you are brilliant at doing. You've been following your intuition, and now this is going to be the result, direct result of you following your own intuition, and especially with those subjects, those parts of your life that you weren't too sure about, but you just felt passionate, but you weren't too sure why, and you weren't too sure where exactly you're going to get. Now, this situation is going to be connected to this, because most certainly there is going to be an approach. Someone is going to approach you this week, and this is going to be brilliant, and this is going to be the step into advancement, and also very, very attractive indeed, okay? And it's going to be automatically challenged, so it's going to be connected to the unknown situation, so you're going to be part of the challenge. Do not get scared, do not get paranoid, do not get uncertain. Even if you get uncertain, just remember me like, hello, I'm gonna get you if you don't go for it. So this is the key, this is the secret, this is the key. If you feel like a little bit scared, just go for it. This is going to be brilliant, okay? Most certainly this is going to be the step in the right direction. What else I was going to say? This week it's all going to be about balance and about the harmony. You're going to be meeting lots of people, you're going to be dealing with lots of people, you're going to be dealing with lots of new people that you're going to meet, but also very good week for you kind of feeling close to your family members, people in your life. This is going to be the week when you're going to be dealing with people in your life, and also there is somebody from the past that is going to come through, going to come forward. Try to make sure that you are drinking lots of water, and try to avoid coffee and sugar. Sugar, always avoid, but especially this week you will be very, very sensitive when it comes to coffee and sugar, and it's going to make you a little bit more nervous than it would normally make you. So that's why I just needed to kind of avoid coffee and sugar as much as you can, okay? So So what else I was going to say, this is going to bring the whole new, like a generosity and balance, and especially when it comes to your own materialistic side of life. A very good realization, a really good balance is coming through and coming forward, which means that the realization of something really big is about to happen. A really big unfoldment when it comes to your own prosperity. Something big is going to happen to every single Virgo, and I think that's really significant. Not necessarily this week, not necessarily on this week, but it's just going to be the sign, a realization, a news. You will know exactly what am I talking about, my Virgos. Your time is coming. Okay, so for those of you that are also like in relationships like Virgos, please try to kind of avoid arguments, because this is not going to be the great time for those of you that are in relationship, because there are going to be some kind of arguments going on, and arguments, when I say between you and your partner, it's going to be very, very touchy, feely situation. You are both going to be like part of the same spectrum when it comes to the actual energy, when it comes to the nervousness, stress and things like that. You're very, very close. So I can see like two little fires with each other, you know, just like kind of flickering, you know, and it is not going to be the best time to try to do something big or try to do something new. But all I can say is, my Virgos, try to avoid any arguments this week, or try to avoid any arguments with your partner. It is only this week that is going to be very, very difficult situation. You're going to feel like you're walking on a little bit of an eggshells, but the best thing to do is in these situations for you and your partner to both kind of concentrate on other things in life apart from emotions. Try to concentrate on other things in life, and this is the best, because one week goes really, really quickly indeed. Okay, and Virgos that are single and ready to mingle, oh, there is someone really, really cool going to show up this week. There is someone really sexy, really smart, really clever, really powerful that is actually going to turn up this week, and which is going to bring the whole new hope into your life. Okay, someone very, very smart and someone very, very intelligent. You will be meeting lots of people, but you will also be the kind of in touch pretty much so with the people who used to mean to you in your with the people you haven't seen in a really long time, like people who used to mean to you a lot, like in your life, that you haven't seen in a really long time. But the people in your life, like your family members, you know, like partners and things like that, this is what you are going to be kind of dealing with, and these are the people that you're going to spend your time with this week. But also, on another hand, you are going to be the part of scenarios where you're going to be meeting quite a few people, new people that you haven't met before. And there is someone in particular that you are going to meet that is going to be very, very intelligent and very smart. And these are the type of energies that you're going to be thinking about. These are the type of the energies that you're going to be kind of feeling when you are thinking and focusing on it. But this particular person, their intelligence is just going to sweep you off your feet in the best possible way. But also, it is just about inspiration. This person is going to inspire you. Every time you think about this person, you're just going to feel inspired. Every time you think about this person, you feel inspired. Every time you like come across this person, you will feel inspired. So this is the key emotion that is going to set you free. Okay, so now the next sign is actually going to be Libra. Now Libra, my goodness, this is the time, this is the week when you should just go out there, just be as creative as possible, do as much as you can, apply to as many jobs as you want to apply, try to do as many things that you wanted to do in this short week, because this is a short week and it's not going to last forever. You have got a special little angels with you, you have got a special little spirit guides with you, you have got the whole universe on your side. This week you're gonna feel wonderful. Now this is the time to start something new, to start something big, go to sign like a new project, go to apply for as many jobs as you possibly can, because it is going to be brilliant. You're going to be very wise, and also your sound judgment is going to be very, very specific here, and you will really literally feel like a serene knowledge. Now this is a very powerful time time, and it's a very powerful energy which is just going to kind of penetrate you, and it's going to penetrate all those areas when it comes to your own dimension and when it comes to your own spiritual journey that haven't been penetrated in a really long time. Those things that you haven't like kind of focused on, and those things that you kind of just couldn't understand why you didn't feel attracted to anymore, why you didn't want to carry on anymore. This is all going to start making sense, okay? There is a very good news that you are going to have this week. The good news that you are going to have, my beautiful Libras, it is just going to make you really vigilant on one hand, but on another hand it's going to have a nurturing effect on you indeed. And also it is going to be the part of your own ancient healing wisdom. This is all going to be about an ancient healing wisdom which is going to come through and come forward, and it's going to stay in your sign, in your wonderful sign, throughout this week from the 17th until the 23rd of December. It's a sacred power, it's a sacred energy that you are going to have, and that's why I'm saying let's just go to negotiate as much as you can, go to do big things. And also if you wanted to buy something big, you know, attach yourself to that energy. If you wanted to buy something big, but you're always saying, oh no, I can't, I don't have the money, just attach yourself to that energy. And once you do it right, once you attach yourself to that energy, you will just bring this into your life. If there's a house you want to buy, then go to talk to the people who own the house and just place your energy in that dimension. And this is just going to be the greater beginning, because this is just so amazing, because this is all about your destiny and fortune. Is sometimes making impossible possible, and it's so easy, especially when we get it right. An overwhelming emotion that you are going to have, which is going to be brilliant, and is going to be connected to your loved one. A certain person you were worrying about is going to have a really good news, and that is just going to reflect on you wonderfully. Okay, and what else I was going to say, like when it comes to the actual digestion, just be careful. You're also going to be very sensitive when it comes to digestion this week, so try to drink herbal teas like a chamomile. You will benefit from chamomile a lot, okay? And when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, there is something really big going to happen here. There is something really big going to happen to those of you that are in relationship, because you and your partner are going to have a really big moment this week, and that moment is going to be connected to your own suspension and transition and change. You will want to change something, but in order to change something about your life, you're both going to agree to do this, and this is going to be big, this is going to be huge, and it's going to from both of you, it's going to be needed to kind of step away from the situation and look at your life from a slightly different angle, and then you will be able to have this. However, this is going to be a great time for those of you, for both of you, because it is going to be the time of a sacrifice, readjustment, a regeneration, and rebirth. Very good. With the other words, new starting point. Okay, and for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, now this is not going to be the time when you're going to find someone. You're just going to feel drawn to learning. There is a really important realization that you are going to have. That realization that you are going to have is just so much going to be connected to your own blessings, to your own new beginning, and it's going to give you automatically at the same time a whole new power. That is just also going to invoke something very special in you. So I'm not saying that you're not going to be having a great time. I can see you going out, I can see you having a great time, I can see you meeting people, but when it comes to you meeting someone like really special, it's not going to happen, because you've got a really important new stage of your life that you are really going to look forward to, and that in itself is just going to have a self-illumination effect on you. Okay, so now the next sign is going to be Scorpio. Now, Scorpios, my babies, you know, this is just such a good week. This is a good week, but it's going to be a little bit weird as well. It's going to be weird because there are a couple of things that you're going to have to deal with. There is a certain person that you're going to be really disappointed about this week. And that person that you're going to be really disappointed about this week is just somebody from your past. And you're not going to like it, because sometimes, you know, it all depends, but people people do change, you know. People stay the same, the essence is the same, but people change. You see, it all depends what's going on, it all depends what's happening in people's lives, it all depends what's happening on people's journeys. But in your particular case, it is going to be like a little disappointment about somebody, and then, you know, just the fact that you kind of like will be able to understand. The first you're not going to be able to understand, and then you're going to be able to understand, and that in itself is just going to be really good for you and your personal balance. It's just going to kind of make you realize that sometimes people act in a different ways, and sometimes, you know, people will be doing things that we just can't really understand ourselves. We try to put ourselves in their shoes, try to understand other people's spiritual journey, but it's just very difficult sometimes, because it all depends on their own personal karma, and it all depends on their own spiritual journey. And this is the situation that is just going to make you realize, oh well, you know, people are different, I guess. On another hand, there is the news that you are going to have, like the news that you are going to have, it's also going to kind of make you realize about the certain hidden enemy, somebody who changed a little bit. Now, I'm sorry I have to be so sad and say this, but this is just, you know, this is just the way it is sometimes, and you did really kind of anticipate this situation. You're not going to be completely surprised. It was at the back of your mind, and that in itself, it's also going to kind of make you realize about certain deception, but it's also, on another hand, going to set you free. Also, number 9 is going to be very significant this month, my beautiful Scorpios, because number 9 is also trying to let you know that you are going to have a great accomplishment when it comes to finances, and when it comes to your own happiness, and when it comes to your own spiritual journey. You are going to have an amazing accomplishment, and that's really, really good. And you're also going to feel very happy with yourself, very, very balanced with yourself, you know, very good with yourself. This is also automatically going to be your own turning point, that is just going to kind of bring a really bizarre situation that is going to test you a little bit, whether you want to be free or whether you want to keep yourself busy. Don't worry, it is all going to make sense to you. However, this is going to lead towards your own personal, like a swift change, and towards your own personal realization, and especially when it comes to the certain request that you are going to have, and that request that you are going to have is just going to kind of make you realize that in order to pursue this any further, you're going to also need to kind of make a really big change when it comes to your home, and when it comes to your home situation and your living arrangements this week. What else I was going to say? You know, you're going to feel free. Energetically, this is going to be a great time, a part of the really, really lovely dimension indeed. And also certain realization that a certain wish and part of your life that it was just taking a while to kind of get to, to kind of get hold of, to, that is about to start unfolding for you, and certain situations are going to kind of bring a challenge that is just in itself automatically going to become a proposition as well. What else I was going to say, my beautiful Scorpios, for those of you that are in relationship now, this is also not going to be the great time for those of you that are in relationship, because there is a little conflict that you are going to have, a little disagreement that you are going to have. So I'm letting you know now, so now you will know to kind of step above the situation, or step away from the situation, look at your situation from a different angle. You can prepare yourself, you can think about it, you can get to those areas of your dimension that you couldn't get before unless you knew what was actually happening. Now when you know that this is going to happen, you will be able to prepare yourself, and you will be able to like kind of rise above the situation. So it is going to be a little conflict that you are going to have, and the conflict that you are going to have is just going to be a little like a disagreement. Okay, for those of you that are single, now there is someone very, very sexy that is going to come through, very sexy that is going to come forward, my beautiful Scorpios. For those of you that are single, someone is just going to show up in your life. Someone is just going to manifest themselves in your life, and you're going to see them first. You're going to notice them first. You're going to notice their wonderful energy. You're going to notice their wonderful balance. You're going to notice their wonderful power. You're going to notice the wonderful weirdness around them. There is something weird going to be around them at the same time. Just what you like, Scorpio. And there is the bottom line is that this is going to be the perfect combination of material and spiritual prosperity that this person is going to have. So they will be as successful as spiritual. So prepare to be swept off your feet, my gorgeous Scorpio. Someone weird is coming. Weird and good. Okay, so now the next sign is going to be Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius basically, sorry, excuse me. Sagittarius basically, journey. You will be planning some kind of trip. You will be planning some kind of journey again. And I've seen this before and I'm seeing this again. And this is really good. And this is really powerful. And this is really significant for you because it is all down to you celebrating something. It is all down to your own perfection. It is all down to your recognition. It is all down to your power. So now those of you Sagittarius that were waiting for recognition and things like that from work. Now this is going to be the great week for work and things like that, because there is going to be the step in the new direction, step in the powerful direction, recognition, your power, and it's about success and admiration from the others. If you're looking for a job, Sagittarius is, please apply for as many jobs as you can, because something really good is going to come through. If you're retired, this is also going to be your own perfection, recognition and success, and the actual admiration from others because of your own success. This is brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. You will be asked the question yes or no, and you will be really not sure what to do. The answer will be yes. However, as I said, there is a certain spiritual journey that you are going to have, because there is going to be the beginning of something really new, beginning of something really good balance, beginning of some powerful balance. Very good for those of you that have been really stressed, very good for those of you that have been paranoid, very good for those of you that have been anxious, because now this is the time when you will have your own harmony through newly acquired prosperity, peace, tranquility. The fruit of a labor are going to be like, hello, pick them up. You know, this is going to be rest after strife, okay? Union and satisfaction. What a great week, Sagittarius. Also, this is just going to be down to your own personal victory and mental clarity. My goodness, this is probably going to be the best week you had so far, Sagittarius. Seriously. Plus, you are about to have your own omen, realization from the spirit world, from the angels, from the angel guides. There is some kind of very important information, omen, that you're going to have receive, okay, this week. Very significant indeed. Now, when it comes to those of you that are actually, in relationship, there is something big gonna happen. Also, a big ritual, a big celebration. You will want to celebrate. You will want to take things further. You will want to take that one step further. Something really big is going to happen when it comes to you both, when it comes to your relationship indeed, okay? And it's all about having a certain ritual, okay? So when it comes to those of you that are actually single, now, please, there is a little bastard over there, okay? Little bastard, little person that shouldn't be there, little person that is really negative. And this is not a great time to find someone when it comes to love, when it comes to emotions, when it comes to things like that. To have some fun, and to do things, to meet people, to dance, and go on to meet new people, places, and things like that. It's great. To have some fun, one night stand and things like that, that's great. But nothing to take too serious, because there's a little snake in the grass. And I want to carefully warn you about little snake in the grass that would become a very, very hidden enemy for you later on. So it's a no-no for relationships, to start relationships this week. Wait another week, okay? Now, the next sign is going to be Capricorn. Capricorn, this is going to start with a little crisis, okay? There is a problem that is going to come through, and that problem that's going to come through this week, it's going to be down to crisis, calamity, conflict, and domination. Someone is going to try to dominate you with a little whip. No, I'm joking. Not that type of domination. Now, someone is going to try to dominate you this week, and that person is connected to your work, that person is connected to career, that person is connected to your hobby. If you're retired, for example, this person is strictly going to connect it to your hobby, or connected to those areas or those situations in your life where you have to go out and meet with people. So someone is going to try to dominate you, which means that on the other hand, that person is also going to be connected to the negative news. That person is going to tell you something negative, tell you something low, and you're not going to like it. You're just going to realize that you need to be aware of the certain people. You're going to realize this week you need to step away from the certain people people. You're going to realize this week not to talk about too many things to other people. Don't open, as well as I said before, to other people about too many things in your life, because it's going to get back to you. Just keep them to yourself and keep them for the loved ones and things like that, because little bastard or someone is going to try to take something against you. And I'm just trying to kind of warn you, and because that in itself is just going to be a little bit like a bitter experience in your life, and it's just going to be like a little bit of a stationary period you're going to have for only like about a day or two. But this is really good. This is really good. You know why this is really good? Because for once you're going to find out something really about someone that is actually going to help you later on in life. It's just going to be part of your experience, but also it is just going to kind of on another hand have a really great impact on you, because it's going to make you realize a really powerful resource that you are going to have about yourself. And that powerful resource that you are going to have about yourself, it's also going to be followed by the good news that you are going to have about your prosperity, good news about like some kind of apprenticeship and some kind of offer that you are going to have that is going to feel really, really good and really attractive indeed to you and to other people in your life. You see, like you can hear sirens. Yay! But anyway, so this is going to be like really significant, because that in itself is going to become like some kind of apprenticeship situation. And also it's number 8 that is connected to it. Sexy number 8. Number 8 is brilliant. It's very powerful, and it's also saying that your fortune is about to change to very good things. Very new option is going to come through this week as well. So it doesn't matter those negative things, okay? And very good option is going to come to you this week, and it's all about success, money and finances. Number 8 is a very powerful. So something is going to surprise you, but in the best possible way indeed. So apprenticeship situation and offer that is going to come through this week, which is that in itself is just going to bring you like a harmony. It is going to bring you like a new basically adjustment. This is going to also bring you a certain person in your life that is just going to have a really beautiful influence on you. But this situation is going to be an amazing influence and impact on you, because it's just going to make you realize how successful you're actually going to be. And also what I was going to say is that it's just a certain adjustment that you will have. Certain adjustment is you're going to need to make, or you're going to need to have in order to actually do this indeed. And there is an omen as well. You're also going to have an omen this week, so watch for an omen. Bird. It will come with the wings, whether it's flying, whether it's in the picture, whether it's behind me, whether it's a statue, whatever you're thinking at around the time, that little bird is going to be the answer. Okay, very significant indeed. For those of you Capricorns that are actually in relationship, there is a new option going to come through. Financial situation is going to be really important, and the financial situation is going to start improving for you and your partner. And it's not only about the financial situation improving for you and your partner, but it's also going to be about the fact that there is something else, a new option, a new idea, something that your partner was really looking forward for, something that your partner was really hoping for is going to come through. It's going to come forward this week, and that's really brilliant. You're both going to be a fantastic influence on both of you, on each other. And those of you Capricorn that are single and ready to mingle, now there is someone really interesting is going to come through this week. Okay, you will be going out, you will be meeting lots of people, and there is someone very, very different, very bizarre, very strange, but it's going to have lots of elements that you like and lots of elements that you don't normally like, but you're going to start feeling like very close to this person indeed. This person is going to make you feel really good. This person is going to make you feel really powerful, and this person is also going to happen at around the time when I said that you're going to see that omen. At around the time when you see this bird, when you see this omen, this person is going to come through. This person is going to come forward. This is going to be someone very special who is going to have an amazing influence on you and your life. Okay, so now the next sign is actually going to be Aquarius. You're going to be like concentrating this week like there is no tomorrow. You're also going to be looking forward to some very, very happy situation, very happy reunion, very happy person is going to have a wonderful impact on you, and a wonderful impact on your life, and a wonderful impact on everybody else around you. It looks like a domino. You are happy, that other person is happy, everybody else is happy. And this is exactly what this is going to happen. An important situation is going to happen regarding an important person, and you're both going to make a massive, huge, powerful, bombastic, fantastic decision. Okay, there's a massive, huge resolution to the problem coming this week. Aquarius, this is all about you having a huge, massive resolution to the problem, and that involves other person, and that involves other people in your life. I love you, Aquarius. You're never selfish. Mwah. You're amazing. Okay, so now what else I was going to say, there is a deep concentration that you are going to have. Deep concentration are going to split in both ways. One of them is going to be connected to like some kind of study, a new learning experience, and another concentration is just going to be concentrating on your emotions, on your family, on your loved ones, and you will like want to reconnect and connect with people. You will be maybe slightly away from people in your life, but you will feel a very, very strong connection indeed. Okay, but also above all, there is a certain respect for the certain knowledge going to come through. Therefore, something really strange is going to happen that is just going to make you like kind of feeling drawn. Maybe you will want to learn about botanics, you know, maybe you will want to learn about little kitties, you know, it all depends. I'm having my moments, it all depends. But however, this is really good. A new learning experience, that energy, that dimension, it's always, always good indeed. On another hand, it is not great time to spend too much money this week. Just be a little bit careful with the money, because money will flow this week like there is no tomorrow. It will flow like a water, it will flow like a rain, it will flow like a thunder. So please be careful when it comes to spending money this week, because it's just kind of I'm not saying you're going to have material trouble, but it's just saying that you're going to be prone to spending quite a lot this week. And also, there is a little bit of emotional confusion you will be going through, because you're going to come across with something that is going to surprise you about someone very special in your life. There is a certain thing that you're going to learn about them, but that is going to shake you up a little bit, but it's not going to be really, really bad. It's just going to make you a little bit emotionally confused, but that in itself is just going to bring you the whole new satisfaction and pleasure, because you are just going to find yourself on a slightly different part of a spectrum, but that in itself is just going to become a whole new beginning for you, and you're going to actually like it. You like a little bit of vavavoom in your life, and this is going to be connected to your vavavoom indeed. And what else I was going to say, very great time for the people in your life, very great time for the family members, very great time for the people you haven't seen in a long time, and especially you and the people who mean to you the most in your life. This week, this is going to be very significant, because you're all going to be connected strongly. There is a strong balance that you are going to have, okay? A big change, again, I said I saw this last week, and this seems to be going, my little Aquarius, is with you. A big change when it comes to home decision, massive, huge decision, big change connected to your home indeed. For those of you that are in relationship, what a great week, my goodness. For those of you in relationship, I said as a couples as well, I said before, resolution of a problem is coming, big problem is coming to an end, and it's huge, massive conclusion you're gonna have, and that conclusion is just going to bring you solace, power, healing, satisfactory results, fulfillment. And on another hand, a new compromise is going to come through, and that's absolutely brilliant. Very, very inspirational and healing time for the couples indeed. And for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, Aquarius, naughty Aquarius. No, I'm not saying naughty, but there is someone just so cool about to walk into your life. There is someone so powerful about to walk into your life. I really like this person. Someone who is so cool. I really like them. Very faithful and very loyal, very trusted, a stranger, someone you haven't known before, someone that you have never met before, and someone that is just about to sweep you off your feet, someone that you're going to meet when you're surrounded by other people, someone that you're going to meet when lots of other people are going to be there that you don't know, and certain things are going to happen really, really quickly. But this person is going to come across, and this person is going to come forward, and this person is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. As good looking they are, as successful they are, as nice they are, as beautiful they are, as powerful they are, as healing they are. There is everything, literally everything about them is going to sweep you off your feet. A little element of naughtiness as well. So prepare to be swept off your feet, Aquarius, my babies. Okay, and the last sign that I'm doing for the week from the 17th until the 23rd of December, it's going to be Pisces. Now, Pisces, you're going to feel very sharp this week. Pisces, you're going to feel very strong this week, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. you're going to feel very strong, and it is all going to be about you having new idea, about you feeling like a transformation, clearing all the old in order to allow the new. And this is how you're going to feel, and it's going to be absolutely good. What I have to say to you, there is a success coming. You're going to hear about a certain success, and that success that you're going to hear about, you will feel so good about yourself, and other people are going to feel good about you. And to you, it's going to mean quite a lot that other people are going to feel quite good about it, because you are going to be able to help someone this week. So this week is going to be also for you karmically very, very powerful and very significant indeed. You're going to need to help someone. There is someone that in the family or someone who is very close to you that is going to need your help. Someone is going to be going through really sad time, through sadness and to some kind of separation, and it's not going to be the right time for them to be alone. Try to find out who this is and try to kind of go towards that person. Karmically significant time, but I'm not saying that you will go through and you will help that person anyway, but I'm just saying that this is just going to karmically be absolutely wonderful for you, and it's just so good to do nice things to other people. And this is going to be the wrong time for this person to be by themselves. On another hand, what else I was going to say is that you see, there is going to be the actual news that you are going to have. This news that you are going to have, it's going to come through the text message, through the phone call, maybe on the internet, on a social network, but you will realize it's not going to be directly kind of something said to you, but something is going to be said to someone, some kind of information that is just going to give you an idea, but above all, it's going to be a wonderful realization about you and about what you need to do. You're going to need to reorganize your life a little bit. You're going to need to reorganize things a little bit. You're going to need to do things differently. Pisces, I want to shake you up. Do everything you need to do everything you want to do, but just try to do everything slightly differently this week, and that in itself is just going to be absolutely mind-blowing. The fact that you're going to reorganize things a little bit, you're going to realize that the results of your efforts are nearly due, and it's a lot to do with your finances, it's a lot to do with your career, and it's a lot to do with you and your own concentration and determination. Do you know what? I really like this, because you're going to feel like you want to learn something new as well. Practical knowledge is going to be amazing this week. So also try to kind of, if you go to apply for the job, if you do need to apply for the jobs and things like that, try to always find something as well, that there is going to be lots of new elements that are going to be connected to it, because now you are my babies on top of the world. Pisces, you're on top of the world this week. If you need to go to look for a job, go to look for the jobs and apply for as many as you can, but look for those jobs that are having lots of elements of things that you haven't done before, and that in itself is going to take you somewhere completely different. That in itself is going to take you somewhere else. That in itself is going to take you to a completely different dimension, and that's exactly what you need. You need a little tiny little change like this that is just going to bring the whole new world of possibilities. This is exactly what is going to happen for you this week, my beautiful Pisces, because you're going to have a practical knowledge, business acumen, strength, and power. This is a great week to negotiate, to start something new, to sign something new, contract, legal. This is a great week for negotiations. This is a great week to buy something big. This is a great week to start something new. So go for it, Pisces. This is so important. It is all about a new beginning and new adventure. This is wonderful, because something so powerful is going to come out of this week later on. You will see exactly what I mean, Pisces, because after this week, there's the whole new determination that you are going to have mixed up with the beautiful energy, optimism, and power you're going to feel. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay? And what else I was going to, the whole new determination you're going to have. Fantastic. And when it comes to your health, just make sure you drink lots of smoothies this week. Make sure you drink lots of smoothies. Try to make your own smoothies. We're organic. And also try to make smoothies and juices. Okay? Juices like oranges and smoothies, like a combination of these two is going to be ridiculously important. And also try to drink aloe vera juice. Aloe vera juice, because your tummy is again going to be just like a little bit sensitive this week. Okay, now when it comes to those of you that are in relationship, this is a really good week, because Financially, you're both going to benefit. Financially, you're both going to be happy. And especially if your partner was struggling, if your partner was somewhere where they shouldn't be, like when it comes to, somewhere where they shouldn't be. If your partner wasn't somewhere where they shouldn't be, like with their financial situation, I meant like if they were like hoping more, and if things were kind of slowed down, if things haven't been happening, if it's like some kind of contract worker, maybe they were in contract works, enough contract works, it's connected to the fact that your partner was waiting for the financial situation to change, and now this is exactly what is going to happen. The financial situation is going to start changing, not straight away now, but you're going to realize that the results of your partner's efforts are nearly due, and that in itself is going to be brilliant for both of you, because now this is going to be the new starting point for you, where you will be able to sit down, discuss something in particular, and make a really big decision. Indeed, and you wouldn't be able to make this decision if things didn't change when it comes to your finances. Okay, so now when it comes to those of you that are single, you will be kind of, this is not going to be the great time to meet someone special. I can again see you spending time with people, I can again see you meeting people, but there is something very special that you're going to go through, and you're going to have a really special realization about yourself. And this is just going to have a tremendous effect on you and on your spirituality and on your own personal reflection. When I say tremendous reflect and tremendous effect, I mean in the best possible way. There is a really important realization that you are going to have, and that realization that you are going to have, it is just going to kind of have an influence and impact subconsciously on you. Who do you choose? Who do you go for? Who do you fancy? And who do you like normally? Something is going to change here, because you will have a certain experience. The certain experience that you single Pisces, my babies, you're going to have this week, this particular experience that you are going to have, it's actually going to edit so much, especially when it comes to you choosing your partner. And this is going to be brilliant. This is going to be absolutely brilliant. This is going to be the start of your new spiritual journey. Okay, this is going to be just the start, just the beginning. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all to bits. Okay, and I'm sending you the brightest blessings, love and light. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.